So in the last video, we discussed the approach to solve this problem using nested if-else conditions. I mentioned that once you collect the input, in the outermost if conditions, you check for the first class, and everything else will go in the remaining classes will be tested in the else block. Once you reach the else block, within the else block, then you have another if condition where you check for the business class, and the remaining two more classes will be checked in the else block. And once you reach the else block here, you test to see if it is economy premium. So this way, you work from outside in, right? So this was discussed in the previous video. Again, these are the instructions in plain English. When you see a problem, try to write these instructions in plain English. And once you have these instructions written in plain English, then you convert that into Python programming language. So now the first two instructions says collect the flight cost and collect the flight class, right? The seat class. So I got two instructions here. Next one, I'm going to translate this into an if condition, if else. So right here, if seat class equals to first class, always write the skeleton first. This is my skeleton for the outermost layer. Always work from the skeleton and then start filling in the details. So if it is a first class, what does our plan say? First class, the plan says the tax is calculated at 28%. Let's say sales equals 0. So if it is first class, you say sales tax equals to base cost times 0.28. So now I have taken care of the first class. So there are three more classes that remain to be handled, and we're going to handle those in the else block. Remember, if it is a first class, the computer is going to execute this and then skip everything else here. So in the else block here, I'm going to write if seat class equals to business class sales tax is base cost times 18%. Now again, write the skeleton here. This is your skeleton. This is the skeleton for the inner if condition. Now, if the computer has reached here, that means it is not a first class, it is not a business class. So you need to check to see if it could be economy premium or it could be economy. So that's what I'm going to check. If seat class equals to economy premium, and right away, write the skeleton, else. So that means if it is economy premium, then I'm going to calculate the tax here. Otherwise, I'm going to go over here. So if the economy premium, then the sales tax would be base cost times 10%. Else, so I need to reach over here. If seat class equals to economy, right away type else. Sometimes people, what they do, they forget to type the else. If you forget it, then it could have a different meaning. It may result into some other logic, right? So be careful there. So if you think you're going to use if else, right away go ahead and type the if, and right away type the else, and then go and fill in details of the body of the if condition. So if it is economy, then what do you got? Sales tax equals to base cost times 5%. Else, you want to display a message. The class entered is invalid. And once we reach the bottom over here, we want to calculate all of these things. Display the base fare. The base fare is the base fare, the base cost. So let's go ahead and save it, run it. I'm going to put a breakpoint over here. Remember, all of this is the body. It's a body of this else here. And for the body of outermost if condition, you have only one statement there, only one instruction. And similarly, all of this is the body of that else, which happens to be another if condition itself. So the body should be indented here. All of this, see here, that is all the body. And since this is the body of this if, there has to be further indented. And you pay attention here, this is indented at the same level as this because the body of if and the body of else, remember, this is the body of if, all of this is the body of else, is indented at the same level. See here? Whereas this is the body of if and this is the body of else, again, they are indented at the same level. We're going to save this, clean up here, turn on the debugging. Base flight cost, let's say 3,000. And let's suppose I type first class. Now, is it going to match this one here? Yes. So if it matches, that condition is true, and it's going to come to this, and then it's going to skip the rest of the else block. So running it one more time, let's say 2,000. So is this true here? No, because it's not the first class, it's going to go to the else block. Now, will this be true? No, because it's going to skip this and it's going to go to the else block, right? Because it's not the business class. Is this true? No. The seat class is economy and you're comparing it with economy premium. It's going to skip that and you're going to come over here. And here, seat class is economy. This variable has the value economy, and you're comparing it with economy. Yes, that matches. There you go. Sales tax is calculated at 5% of the base cost. And now it's going to display all of this. I'm going to run one more time. And this time I'm going to type, let's say I'm going to type the class as economy, basic economy. Does this match the first one? No. Does this match the second one? No. Does this match the third one? No. You see how it's skipping. It's going into the else block, right? Does it match this one, economy? No. So that means it's going to go over here. The class entity is invalid. And then once it reaches over here, you probably don't want to go line by line. You simply hit resume, then it zips through the rest of the code. So because our problem gave us only 4 classes, anything that type other than the 4 classes, one is the first class, business, economy, premium, and economy, right? Anything the user enters other than these 4 classes you should display a message as class entities invalid, and that's what it does. So thanks for watching. We will talk in the next video about if, elif. What we have discussed so far is nested if else, right? You can nest one if else inside another if else. And whatever you can accomplish using this can also be accomplished using if elif. And that is going to be the topic of our discussion in the next video. Thanks for watching.